Quantum Break, Adam. It's the sequel to Alan Wake.
Yep. No.
It isn't.
No.
But it's Wake Break. I thought, is that not?
I don't
insight?
think that rhyming makes games sequels.
Is that not the case? No.
I don't think so. I've played a lot of Quantum Break.
You have, yeah.
You've played some of Quantum Break because people may have seen us live stream it in a particularly odd manner because we discussed it on the stream. It's not the best way to play it, but you have played a bit since.
Yes, I have. I mean, live streaming not great because it is a very, very story-heavy video game.
It's a Remedy game.
Yeah.
Did you get that impression from what you played so far?
I did. I mean, you kind of get that eerie kind of feeling a little bit in certain points, and like parts of Alan Wake where it's where you have like the TV and you can interact with it and watch kind of little things. Sometimes they go on a little bit too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I suppose we're allowed to talk about Act 2.
Well, the first half of Act 2.
The first half of Act 2, which I've played a little bit of. You have played it. And I know you spoke to Greg before about
Mikhail. It was Mikhail.
Sorry, about the game. Like, I echo a lot of your thoughts.
I can't remember them, so it's. I'm glad that you echo them. You may have to remind me what they were. We're not being very informative, are we? Let's be honest, right here.
I find. Well, let's see. I suppose we have a very select kind of portion of the game that we can talk about. But anyway,
it's difficult. It's silly and difficult sometimes. Yeah.
In a preview sense, Adam Cook. I mean, it's fine. I thought.
Well, damn that game with faint praise, why don't you?
I think. Okay, first of all, like, looks terrific.
Yeah.
Lot of talk about 720, 1080, all this kind of stuff. Regardless, I think it's a very nice looking game. Character model wise, Adam, calm down a second. Adam, calm down a second.
Okay.
The main character, I think he looks brilliant. Like, he really does. I think the Aidan Gillen character, or Littlefinger, or Tommy Kakedi, or whatever you want to call him, I don't know, there's something that doesn't sit well with me.
See, that's the weird thing. I can't tell you what I want to tell you right now because we can only talk about Act 2, 1 and 2, 2 and the preceding act.
Okay.
Okay, well, otherwise I would want to tell you something that I can't tell you.
Right, okay, well, we'll ignore that.
I think this is a game, very much a showcase that the Xbox One can be as visually stunning as anything.
Very much so, yeah.
It's a gorgeous game. I mean, you can see it.
I suppose a big selling point of this is the fact that it's kind of half game. Well, no, it's wrong to say half game, half TV show, but like there is a number of TV episodes within the game itself. And I again was able to watch a little bit of that, and I think like it's quite. I don't know. There's something quite kind of appealing about what I've seen, the general kind of story aspects, this kind of manipulation of time, and I mean, when you look at the cast, there's a terrific cast there. So by all accounts, carrying through the entirety of the game, it should really be terrific.
It's a game that I feel at every turn displays the money on screen.
Yeah,
because I wonder what kind of hopes Microsoft are pinning on this, and Remedy, because
I can only hazard a guess that a lot.
But that's the thing. This is a game by, let's be honest, this is a game by a team that everyone wants another Alan Wake from.
Yep.
And as you saw, they reference Alan Wake in this game
a lot. Yeah, if you look at the live stream, like there's a bit where we were playing.
I hadn't even noticed that bit. By the way, that was new to me. I hadn't seen that.
On the blackboard, Alan Wake is written down. There's, I said earlier about the kind of, there's a TV show you watch, and
you can't talk about that bit.
Okay.
That's it's not
Sorry.
a TV show. It's a TV you turn on. There are those in this game.
Right. Okay.
So there's that. There's the element that they are constantly like, we're aware that you love Alan Wake, because so do we. Because look at this, and then there's all these actors who look. It's. I'm trying to think of the game that did it. There was a game that I think it was Infamous, where they hired Troy Baker
and they made him look like.
And they made him look, but not exactly.
Yeah.
They used what he
Call
was.
Call of Duty did something similar.
Call of Duty does similar. I mean, they also didn't when they had.
Kevin Spacey was Kevin Spacey, but Troy
he was
Baker.
Literally Kevin Spacey. In Troy Baker's, they took his face and they changed it enough that it wasn't. You didn't look at it and go, that's Troy Baker.
Yeah.
You could, I suppose, if you really knew what you're talking about, or looking at. But here, these characters are themselves.
Yeah, and
Well,
I have zero problem with that. I know
I have a bit of a problem with it.
See, I think it's fine because I know, and some people, for some reason, I don't know why, but with games, people have an issue. With films and stuff, they don't. Like, if you see, now with certain, like, it depends. If you see a character, if you see a person as a character, they'll always be that character for you, regardless of whatever they are in film.
That's the problem I have with it. It's not that I have a problem that they've used actors, that they've spent money on actors. The problem I have is that they've used actors that are so identifiable with their roles. So whereas they took Troy Baker, who, you or I may know what he looks like, but Mr. Average game playing person, if he's really into games, may know what he looks like, but he won't know, oh look, there's Troy Baker in Infamous. Here, you've got Dominic Monaghan, who, whether it's Hobbit or whether it's Lost, he looks like that guy from that show. Then you've got, and it was Aidan Gillen.
Yeah.
To me, I see Littlefinger. Mm-hmm. And even though I'm not a big fan of The Wire, I've only ever seen one episode of it, even I know who that guy is from The Wire. Mm-hmm. I see him and it's like, that's the guy that everyone goes on about in The Wire.
Yeah, his real name, Lance Reddick.
I mean, and to me, it's a weird decision. Because again, we've talked about this.
See, I don't know, but then I know what you're saying, but I've seen Aidan Gillen in a couple of things. I've seen Lance Reddick in a couple of things. The main guy, I have zero idea who he is.
But the thing is we talked about this a year ago, plus maybe about Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, how games can do whatever they want. The camera doesn't have to be static. It's a game.
Yeah.
And I think by grounding yourself with those people, why have these talented actors and just render them on screen as actors? Why not take those people and make them into a video game character?
Because when you have a TV ad for Quantum Break and you show one of these famous faces, you get a normal person who will
go. This is aimed at mainstream.
I think so. Yeah. I think you get a bit more interest from someone if a kind of a brief clip shows and they go, oh, you're a man from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I think so.
So something we can talk about now a bit more clearly is the TV show and the Junction stuff. So you made a decision on the live stream that was the opposite to the one I made. And what we can talk about now is that does have an effect.
A fucking very big
direct
effect.
effect. Like
like we are
spoilery if you really want to know nothing, but why are you watching Act 2 video?
Yes.
But basically, in the choice you made in the first episode of the TV show, a character is killed.
Yes.
I chose the other one. That character is not killed.
Like that's like I don't know because
that's money.
I haven't played a lot, but like if that is the case throughout. Like
yeah,
that's a big.
Yeah.
That's obvious. I suppose time, blah blah blah. But like that's a big difference that you can kind of play with. I suppose
It is, and that's something that hopefully the rest of the game will do. But it is again a display of financial clout here. It's a display of. Not only can we make a game where a decision you make will change the game, we make a game where the TV show that is new and a brand new 20-minute episode of TV is going to be different because of the choice you made.
So do you think it's very much Billy Big Bollocks?
No, I don't think that's fair. I like Remedy quite a lot. I like that they always try and do something different. My concern at this stage with this game, having played Act 1 and 2, is the shooting.
Yeah.
It feels quite fiddly, a bit squirrely, and it throws lots of mechanics at you. Even to someone who's played third-person shooters galore, it throws lots of different ways of tackling the encounters, which is probably a good thing.
I think it is a little bit too quick. Like, again, this is on the live stream, it's on the YouTube channel if you want to watch it. But they throw a lot of these time-bending mechanics at you, and you had to keep reminding me, you have this one.
Press,
you have the
press B to use your shield.
And it's like because they just so like you have a shield that can basically deflect bullets. You have this kind of bubble that you can put over enemies that when you shoot it, big explosion, and there's like a dash, and they throw all of these at you in such quick succession that you easily forget about 1, 2, maybe even all of them in some cases. And I don't know, I think that could be doled out kind of a bit more in bits and pieces than what they actually do.
Again, in a preview sense, who knows how the rest of the game goes.
This is it.
You can come back and find out soon when Mick, in fact, is reviewing the game. Maybe we'll have a video review. I don't know if there's any point in doing a video review with the amount of video we've already done of it. We'll see. But he's been Colm Ahern.
I have been, and he's been Adam Cook.
And go to patreon.com/ScotishGeek. Give us your money. Thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye. Should have backed the God is a Geek Patreon.